Oh, pencils down. That's
What?
it. We are pencils downing it. Here we are. Ramble 269. How about that, huh?
That's pretty impressive.
Damned impressive. Do us a
Damned
favor. You can
impressive.
email us. Ramble@theramblepod.com. Go to Twitter @podcastramble1. Instagram @podcastramble. We have merch, our TeePublic store. Go check that out, which we're going to update. We're going to do a better one soon. It's going to happen. It will
We've
happen.
taken Cody's advice.
Oh,
under
really
advisement.
listen to him. Really listen to this one.
And we've ran it up the chain of Ramble Corporate, and they just take a while to get back. That's
They
all.
just take a minute.
It just
That's
takes a minute.
We're still at 121 5-star ratings, which is okay. And we're still Nugget 130 is still lonely at the top of our
Aw, poor
positive text
Nugget.
reviews. So let's get Nugget some love. Let's go
Please.
over there and add some more positive text
Please.
reviews. Add those 5-star ratings on iTunes. Subscribe to us. All that
Do
good
it.
shit. We have a sponsor, everybody.
What?
Isn't that crazy? HempVita.com. They're CBD products and all their products, the tinctures, the gummies, the vape juice, the vape pods, the pet products, the lotions, use broad-spectrum CBD oil, no THC. The combustibles, the flowers, the pre-rolls, Eddie, Mr.
That's
Combustible
me.
Medicine, less than 0.3%. HempVita will only use industrial hemp grown in the USA. It's organic, as Cody sang to us all, with no GMOs. Our CBD is legal, will not get you high. And all the products meet the 2018 Farm Bill, which was signed into law in December of 2018. It effectively legalized hemp at the federal level by removing it from the federal list of controlled substances and classifying it as an agricultural commodity. All that, come on.
You're in.
Who isn't jizzing
You've
their
already
pants?
cleared out the store. And
You
jizzed your
have.
pants
You bought it
while
all.
doing it.
Right. You go to hempvita.com. You type in Ramble. RAMBLE is your keyword. 15% off, baby. So go show Hempvita some love. Show us some love. And pick up some cool shit from Hempvita. How about that? There we are. Boom. And here we are. Another Ramble. Isn't that exciting? Isn't that exciting?
I'm excited for 270.
270 is going to be a huge one, isn't it?
So we should just end this one now and get to 270.
Yeah, just get it to. Well, this will be a quick one.
Wrap this one up.
2.5-minute ramble, fuck it, and then we go, and then next week we give you the big one. Graham and Face say greetings from the great White North fellow Ramblers, and a funny image of the dumpster fire that was 2020 being put inside a already 2021 dumpster fire. Firstly, I think that congratulations are in order after seeing cooler heads appear to have prevailed, and the childish energy for another civil war in the U.S. can instead be focused on the war with the Corona cooties. Golf clap. Also, Faye made an interesting observation on this last.
Our Civil War is not done.
Not done, sadly.
No, it's not done.
She's
still a lot of
missing-
idiots in this country.
Still a lot. She's missing watching the vein of the side of Jerry's head's forehead to burn, trying to speed through the entire list of Rambler via the shout out. I know. We can't find a way to do those again. Lastly, a piece of wisdom from the evil commission itself, which I feel oddly explains Ramble quite perfectly. It's pretty much a 10:30 joke for the 8:30 crowd. There it is. There we go. That's us. That is us.
We are the 10:30 show.
We are, man. Manuel Avalar says, what it do, Ramblers? After a much-deserved scolding from you guys, particularly Cody. I thought we was boys, Cody. I'm up super early on Saturday to fill this up. And by super early, I mean 9 a.m. on my day off. Glad to hear the triumphant return of Guess That 2 Nanny. It was a tough one. And now while we're there, hit that 2 Nanny. Manny Avalar's guess, damn, that's a tough one. I'm going to take a stab in the dark and say NES Castlevania Level 1. That is incorrect.
Oh, Manny.
But we have a winner.
You got to get up earlier, Manny.
You got to get the win.
You got to get up earlier.
Are you surprised at who the winner is, Eddie? Is there any chance you have a guess who the winner is?
I'm just going to take a shot in the dark and say Ray.
Ray Tolius has done it. I'm pretty sure it's the
Shocking.
Sure, it's the Forest of Hope from Pikmin. But my brain is fried. It was, in fact, Pikmin, the Forest of Hope. Ray Tolius, he's like the Brady of the Hit That 2 Nannies, isn't he? He's always in the dance. He's always there. He's always there. So how about that?
Other people only win it when he decides not to.
That's it. That's it. By the way, Cody is abstaining from today's top 5, right?
Well, I feel like I don't know enough of I don't have enough of the comic background to know where they might be going here. So I only have the MCU as
Cody's
context.
not alone. We've gotten several. I just have no idea where this is going. I can't even theorize to this WandaVision, which is exciting, I think.
Which I would love. I would love to be in that, not knowing anything about the comic book version. I think it'd be interesting to watch this having no knowledge of that.
There's no guesses. You'd be like, anything is like, oh, shit, wow, didn't see that.
I mean, like
Yeah.
I could make a list of one thing that I think that's going on, but
That's
like
fine.
5, no, I can't do 5.
So you'll do your one choice.
I'll do
for
my
your
one
number
thing, yeah.
All right, there we go. Fucking A. And then Cody and I had a long talk about sports curses, Eddie, before you showed up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, man. There are some wild ones out there. Some fucking wild ones that are out there. So that's going to be interesting once we get into the sports curses.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Yeah. What?
We're the Ramble. We can do whatever we want. 5.5 minute intro. Hit the fucking music. Let's get started. It's Ramble time. Now, if you know the words, sing along at home. All right? Deal? Okay. I was a fool to ever leave your side. Me minus you is such a lonely ride. The breakup we had has made me lonesome and sad. I realize I love you 'cause I want you back. Hey, hey. Eddie, can you do the next verse? Do you know this? Cody?
No.
I spent the evening with the radio. Regret the moment that I let you go. Our quarrel was such a way of learning so much. I need you now, I love you 'cause I need your touch. Hey, everybody, reunited and it feels so good. Come on, everyone.
No, don't have it.
Everyone in the world,
I got it.
reunited
Don't have it.
because we understood.
Don't have it. Don't have
There's
it.
one perfect fit, and
Nope.
sugar, this one is it.
No.
We both are so excited because we're reunited. Hey, hey. You don't know that song, Eddie. You know that song.
I don't think I know that song.
Reunited.
Maybe if I
Stop
heard the
it.
song.
Cody,
your
you know
version
that
of the
one.
song.
I know the song. I didn't know the lyrics leading up to.
Reunited
I only know that one
because it
line.
feels- Peaches and Herb. Shake, 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 shake your groove thing. That was another big hit. There were several herbs, I think. I think peaches or one of the two they
Peaches and
rotated
cream?
out.
Herbs?
Yeah, one of
Peaches
the
and
it was
herbs?
either peach. There's a few peaches or a few herbs. I forgot which one was like. Oh, it's a new peaches. Like they were like Lassie. They were
Oh,
just
just recycle
every
them.
8 or
Just
9 years there's a new,
new
one.
one.
Yeah, I think. I don't know. And if peaches or herb or ramblers, I hope I didn't offend you with that.
They probably are.
I would think. Here we are,
I
Ramble.
mean, we got Lionel's kid
Lino's father.
is a Rambler.
We got to get Lino on.
I know.
How great would that be? Man, fuck, that'd be dope as shit. So, Ramble 269, that's amazing. We got so much to cover in so little time. Ray Tolius hit that. What do we got to give him something? He won. We gotta get Ray something.
I could send him a new audio version of my comedy special. I
There you
have
go.
that. I have it in
think
CD form.
Wait a minute. We have some Ramble swag too, Eddie. Remember?
Do we?
Yeah, the thingies.
Oh, I got the pins. I got the Ramble. I'll send him a Ramble pin and
There we
a
go.
CD.
All right.
There we
it
go.
is. Bam. Ray
And I think he's in Australia, right?
He
Right.
is. So he'll get
So
it like in May.
he'll get it in 2025,
Yeah, that's a bill. Oh man.
and it'll cost me just under $45 to mail it.
to ship it. Hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and do the hat because I want to get into this curse talk.
Okay.
Is that cool? Let's play that song. What hat? What hat would they wear? Wow. 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 All right. It's. You know something else, Cody, that Eddie hates mentioning? You probably don't know before your time, but the very popular American sitcom Perfect Strangers, the theme song for that, they had no idea, the producers, where they were going with it. And so when that happens,
Keep in mind, I was 11 at the time.
but this was already a tradition. When in doubt, call Eddie Pence. And they said, we're doing it. And he just came up with this little harmonica lick. Bam. Theme song was written within minutes, and it was one of the most memorable parts of the show. He just wrote.
So I heard an urban legend about
Yep.
Eddie as well.
Go ahead.
So I heard that he was in the studio when Billy Joel was doing Piano Man, a song supposed to be all about the piano and the piano man.
Yes.
And he's like, "Hey, let me just kind of do something here to see if you like it." And he did that harmonica part in there.
Eddie?
Well,
I mean,
I know
that's
the answer.
kind of how it happened.
I know the answer.
What's your version of it?
That's what it was, and they were like, Billy Joel apparently had to fight with the label to keep it Piano Man. They were going to call it Eddie Pence the Harmonica Man, and just because Billy Joel was the guy that they'd signed, probably the label regrets that to this day.
Well, that's the story they put out.
Okay, all right.
I was originally signed to that label.
Wow.
I had put together Harmonica Man. That part is true.
Yeah.
We were getting ready to record. Billy Joel at the time was the janitor of the sound recording studio we were working at. It was supposed to be like I have this in my rider of every recording session I do that no one except the engineer can be in the building.
Oh, of course.
Somehow it was an oversight. Somehow he was let into the building. He was working. He was in the bathroom doing whatever janitors do in bathrooms. And I guess he overheard what I was doing. Wow. He took what I did on the harmonica and then he put it into his I guess was he play piano?
Yeah.
Is that what that's the main instrument in that song?
Yeah.
He was doing that because he was trying to get his stuff. I guess that's why he was working at the recording studio. He was trying to get into music.
Right. So his scheme worked.
Worked
really well.
Ripped you off.
Well, he worked a lot cheaper than I do. So the recording studio was like, "Hey, sure. Billy Joel submitted this tape that he had done in the bathroom with a harmonica and one of those little Casio keyboards."
Right.
And he gave it to them, and he's like, he undercut me. He said he would do it for, I think at the time, $44, $43
which is a slap in the face to you.
I mean, I don't work. If it's not 8 digits, I don't really work.
Right, you're not showing up.
So did you sue him for using Piano Man as the title?
Yeah. For Harmonica Man?
I didn't follow through with the law. I probably should have, in hindsight, followed through with the law. So I thought so little of this unknown person named Billy Joel, who was a janitor at the recording studio. I was like, what? Let him have it. Whatever. I fart out Piano Man.
Wow.
And forget about it. Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's true.
So I just let him have it. Let him have his little shot at greatness, and
who knows the history?
Hindsight.
Behind
2020. A lot of people don't know that story about Piano Man.
Right, but I mean, a lot of people don't realize just the amount of music history that's here on the Ramble podcast.
They have no idea.
That's part. I mean, no idea. That's fucking unreal. So Graham and Faye go, much like the whole Madden curse, the whole Sports Illustrated cover jinx is right up there with the related silly sports superstitions. An example of just how ridiculous this concept is taken, Sports Illustrated was unable to get any athlete or team to commit to the magazine's cover of the January 2002 edition, which is this very where this very story was the featured article. With and of course the infamous to have a black cat on the cover no one would pose for is a Sports Illustrated jinx.
Yeah.
For real. Well, this cover should at least placate Ramble corporate, maybe, yeah. Jeremy Bienvenu goes, the curse of the Billy Goat. The curse lasted for 71 years. Like, that's got to take the win for longevity alone. Plus, I think it's hilarious that the dude brought his pet goat to a fucking baseball game.
Well, it was like 19-1, 19-2.
It was the 40s, I think, was a Billy Goat.
Oh, it was the 40s?
Yeah. And then he goes, unfortunately, but they hadn't won one in a while anyway, right?
Yeah.
And then they wouldn't let him bring his goat, so supposedly the goat, had the goat curse the stadium. Because unfortunately, I think
he was fucking that goat.
He was fucking that
goat. You don't stick up for a goat like that unless you're fucking that goat.
Right, and I think that's why it took them so long to reverse it, because people just show up with a goat, not knowing you probably had to fuck it at the stadium in order to at Wrigley in order to really break it.
He was fucking that goat.
Unfortunately, I think the Houston sports curse is starting to ramp up. The Astros finally win a World Series, but it's tainted because they cheated. The Rockets have imploded, and the Texans are probably losing 3 of their best players in franchise history within a year because the front office can't remove their heads from their asses. At least I still have the Saints. Fuck R.A.P. Drew Brees' career. Wow. Manny Avalar for Hall of Fame curse. I got to go with the one that hits near dear to my heart, the Los Angeles Clippers. My God, we've been the butt of jokes for so long, from dealing with an owner who is cheap and racist as hell with their past owner, reaching the playoffs only 15 times, never getting past the second round. It's like every time they ever thought they had a chance to climb over the hump and reach a step they've never gotten to, shit always happened. Now imagine doing all that while living in the same city and shadow as one of the most successful franchises in all sports.
That's why they need to move to Seattle.
or San Diego, something. I can almost
Seattle.
guarantee
Go to
some
Seattle.
crazy bruja that Sterling denied housing to put a hex on the team, and they haven't been able to break it since. Man. So, Eddie?
I like this kind of hits close to home because my beloved Washington football team,
Yeah.
I believe, is under a curse from Native
Really?
Americans. Yes, they. I think 1992 in Minneapolis before their last Super Bowl victory, Super Bowl 26. I think I forgot what Native American nation put a curse on them. They were actually
That's right.
outside of the stadium. They put a
Right.
curse on them because they wouldn't change their name, and that was the last time they won a Super Bowl.
Wow.
And I think they've only won 2 playoff games since then, and that was 1991.
Wow.
So I think there's still a curse there. They have changed the name, and they did, and they got to the playoffs this year and won the division. Things
did.
seem to be headed up.
Right.
So we'll see.
We'll see. If they win a Super Bowl soon.
They had
that's
the
proof.
they had the NFC champ Tampa Bay Buccaneers within 4 points.
If they win a Super Bowl soon, then that maybe has something to that curse. That
Maybe.
maybe has something to that curse. And then
If we get Matthew Stafford, Super Bowl.
man, that's what they're saying. Oh boy, imagine what a change of scenery could do for that guy.
Yeah. So, but the Hall of Fame hat curse for me, I think I would do the curse of the Bambino. It's just the most well-known one to me.
That is my Hall of Fame hat as well. I go Bambino because they broke it, but that's when we all first heard about curses. However, an interesting one that I almost put in there was the curse of the Cardinals, the Arizona Cardinals.
Oh.
Who did you know this one, Eddie?
No.
This is interesting. So the Cardinals used to be, let me get this straight.
St.
here.
Louis Cardinals.
They were the Chicago Cardinals before St. Louis, remember?
St. Louis, yeah.
So in 1925, the Chicago Cardinals lost a football game to the Pottsville Maroons. Okay?
What a maroon.
The Pottsville Maroons. Now, the Pottsville Maroons were from Pottsville, Pennsylvania, were one of the most dominant teams in football in the National Football League in 1925, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the Pottsville Maroons beat the Chicago Cardinals in the last game of the season. And back then, whoever ended the season with the best record was a champion.
Right.
So then the Pottsville Maroons play an exhibition game against the Notre Dame All-Stars college team, and they beat them. And since that apparently went against the rules to play an exhibition game, they were stripped of their title. So the Chicago Cardinals immediately scheduled 2 quick games against Cream Puffs that they win, and then they take the championship in 1925.
Wow.
So the city of Pottsville cursed them to never do it. Now, the Chicago Cardinals won one in the 40s, I think,
Yeah.
but they've never won a Super Bowl.
No.
And when they went to the Super Bowl against the Steelers, apparently the entire city of Pottsville, 100 fucking years later almost, still held a grudge and were going for the Steelers to destroy
That's
them.
like 2 generations later.
Who gives the Pottsville
Well, they live in
Maroons?
Pottsville,
They
so
live
let
in
them have it.
Pottsville. So there you go. So
Wow.
Cody, what's yours, man?
Well, ultimately, I think you have to go with the Bambino. However, I did find one that almost won for me, which is the curse of the Colonel. So
Sanders?
Yes!
this is
Really?
This isn't
This
a
is-
joke.
this is the Japanese baseball team, the Hanshin Tigers, where in 1985 they celebrated a championship by throwing a storefront statue of Colonel Sanders into a river,
No.
which happened
No.
unfortunately 5 years after the death of Colonel Sanders, and
Such disrespect.
and upset his ghost.
Such disrespect.
And the team has not won since 1985, and they've lost the championship 3 times.
There you go. So you don't fuck with Colonel.
Yeah,
You
don't fuck with the Colonel.
Sanders. Wow. Amazing shit.
Yeah.
Amazing shit. Ramble 270. Okay, I think it's gonna be a tough one. Maybe not.
Oh wow. I just okay. So apparently they had an American player named Randy Bass who was a big part of it.
Yeah.
And I guess it says a riotous celebration gathered There, an assemblage of supporters yelled the players' names, and with every name, a fan resembling a member of the victorious team leaped from the bridge into the canal. But they didn't have a Caucasian person to imitate Randy Bass, who was the MVP, so they grabbed a statue of Colonel Sanders and threw it off the bridge as an effigy.
That makes it cool. I think that should think Colonel Sanders should have.
No,
been
you don't
honored.
disrespect Colonel
don't do it.
Sanders that way.
Yeah.
You know, and if you look up the Wikipedia article, boy, the statue does not look well. They pulled it out of.
They
the
pulled it out in
fucking-
2009.
Oh,
so
it's been down there ever since?
It was it was there from 1985 until 2009. I'm
They
gonna
pulled it
I'm
out,
gonna show
and
it
boy, it looks bad.
To try to reverse the curse?
Appease the ghost. Yeah.
here.
Look at this thing. This looks like. Look at this.
Oh, no. That doesn't look good at all.
Oh, fuck. That's rough. That's
Missing a
fucking
hand,
rough.
as you see here.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh,
and a
man.
thumb, it looks like, on the other hand. Oh,
Yeah.
they deserve what they get.
They deserve it.
You don't treat the colonel that way.
Would it help if they put like a giant red 10-foot dick on him right now on that statue?
That
Just
could
this
reverse the
blood,
curse.
Just blood red horned giant cock.
That might reverse the curse.
Right.
It wouldn't hurt.
Wouldn't hurt. Ramble 270. The Beatles go into the Hall of Fame. What Beatle is on the hat to represent
Wow.
the Beatles?
Wow.
It's a tough one, huh?
Well,
what
it's between two people.
Yeah. Basically.
It's a toss-up between two
It's
people.
a toss-up between two.
It's a
But
toss up
shit.
between two with a third maybe and a fourth definitely not.
Yeah, you could make a case for a third one and a fourth, no fucking way.
As much as I love the third one, I think it's a toss-up between two people.
Yeah, because the third one didn't really go crazy as a solo artist until because he was
Nope.
handicapped.
But some of the best Beatles songs are his songs
his.
for
True.
sure.
Right,
Or
but
his.
the
I
frontmen
mean-
of that band were those two guys.
They were. It was. Ooh, it's tough. But man, Taxman, something, which Frank Sinatra called the greatest love song ever written. I mean, man, that's. Whoo! It's. I mean, but yes, I really think it's a two-person race.
Yeah.
And shit, that's a hell of a race. So there we go, Ramble 270, the Beatles, and I guess it's time for open, close, and encore. Open, close, and encore. Jesus Christ.
Take that, Billy Joel.
Ooh, fuck.
Fuck you, Billy Joel.
Jesus Christ. That is. Woo, woo, man.
I'm the piano man.
It's blinding fast, Cody, when he was playing that in front of me. Blind. I just couldn't even. It was,
Yeah.
Well, I don't really show you. I turn away. I'm a lot like Eddie
Yeah.
Van Halen that way. I don't want
Right.
to show you
Yeah.
what I'm doing.
Right. And man, it's not that anyone could copy it if they
No,
saw.
but I don't want people to record it and slow it down and
That's
try to
true.
learn it.
Right. It was, man. Whew. Woo! Man, that is something. Shouldn't they play that every time a team scores a touchdown or someone hits a home run?
You know, I have a conference call with Roger Goodell Wednesday
Okay. All right. We'll see what happens.
about a possible Super Bowl thing, but
We'll see what happens.
a lot of stuff's already set in stone, so it might
You've
be
said
kind of hard
no
to
to a lot of Super Bowl halftime
I've
shows,
turned
haven't
down Super Bowl 41 through
Yeah.
49,
you? Yeah. I just no, not doing it.
and then they just stop asking.
Well, because they wanted to bring out like the current pop star of the day to kind of duet with you and stuff,
Yeah,
right?
and
Wasn't
I
that
don't
it?
I don't want to hinder someone else's career.
You want to
I
blow
don't-
them out of the water? You want to
like,
crush it
that's-
before? It...
That's not going to do them any good to be on stage with me.
No. Look, let me tell you something right now. Had you, I forgot which one it was, but I know you were supposed to be at the one where Katy Perry did the halftime show. I believe that was the Seattle Patriots, where Seattle should have ran Marshawn Lynch in at the end.
Yeah.
That if that happened, Katy Perry her career would be on a fucking milk carton right now.
Well, you'd beat Katie who?
Right. It'd be so. In a way, that's really very honorable for you, Eddie, to do that.
I don't.
Very honorable. There you go. So, this is the Pixies. Man, there would be no Nirvana without the Pixies. Such an influential band. I would argue that they were.
Saw them
like,
at the Hollywood Bowl 6 years
Oh
ago.
wow!
Yeah.
I would say they're like a Velvet Underground of the '80s. We're
Yeah.
like the Velvet Underground. They always said like they maybe had like a couple of hundred fans, but every one of those people started their own group. I could say that about the Pixies. They didn't have the biggest fan base, but boy, did they influence some of the best musicians who grew up listening to them. So, man, great shit. So the Pixies, Graham and Faye. Faye's rocking the OCE again this week. Faye, Pixies, who the hell's that? After a brief review of their musical catalog, they've been reviewed under the Mac category. She feels Nirvana is a way better evolved musical jam. Open did not finish. Close did not finish. Encore did not finish. Oh, well, there's always next week.
Wow.
And then he has the Power Slave cover with the Bernie meme of Bernie sitting atop the Sphinx. Jeremy Bienvenu says, I'm skipping this one on account of me fucking hating the Pixies. My older cousin, who used to babysit me as a kid, was obsessed with them and played Here Comes Your Man on repeat every time he'd babysit me. He'd never play anything else, just blast out through the stair and repeat, fuck the Pixies.
Who knew this was such a controversial topic?
Right? He says, I hate these fuckers as much as Eddie hates the song Poison by Belle Biv DeVoe.
Wow. I don't think so. I don't think you can hate that song that much.
Eddie, you give nothing to that. That's a jam, that song.
Poison by Belle Biv DeVoe.
That girl is poison.
Fuck that song. No.
Poison.
Fuck. That song's awful.
So Alice Cooper's Poison mops the floor with Belle Biv DeVoe's Poison.
It's a squash match.
Seconds.
Not even. It's
Undertaker, Coco Beware,
It's
Survivor
Jake the
Series.
Snake Roberts, SD Jones, WrestleMania 1.
Oh, shit. Manny Avalar says the Pixies open with Vamos. Yes, let's start the concert in Spanish. They close with Here Comes Your Man. They encore with Where Is My Mind?
Where is my mind?
Eddie?
I have them open with Here Comes Your Man.
Ooh.
And then I have them close with Debaser.
Okay.
And then they encore with Where is my mind?
I have them open with Debaser.
Okay.
I have them close with Where Is My Mind. I have them encore with Monkey Gone to Heaven, just to have the entire crowd scream, God is 7! God is 7! as they're going home. The funniest thing about the Pixies was like 4 years ago when Apple did that commercial for their latest iPhone.
Yeah.
And they had Eddie, Cody, do you remember this? Cody had a 14-year-old girl playing Gigantic, and there's like a montage of all you could do with the iPhone or whatever, iPad, and it's like this 14-year-old high school girl singing the Pixies song Gigantic. Great. The song Gigantic is about Kim Deal watching a porn and marveling at a massive black dick. That is what the song Gigantic, a great big love. Gigantic. That's what the song is. And Apple has a commercial with
and the girl's like, boom, 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 boom,
but
boom,
Gigantic. It's just singing about seeing a giant black dick in a porn. Fucking amazing. Man. Oh, God. So there we go. The next Ramble 270. Oh, this is going to be a fun one. I think Cody, I don't think Cody has an excuse to sit this one out. Primus. What would Primus open, close, and encore with? A band I've seen twice or three times in concert was Primus. Always a good time.
I have tickets to see them, and it keeps on getting postponed. I don't know if I've got the Farewell to Kings tour that they're doing.
Are they going to play the album in its entirety? They're going to do the Rush album?
Wow.
Yeah. Anything else? Is that the encore?
It's two sets. One set is a Farewell to Kings in its entirety, and then a Primus set.
Wow.
If it ever happens. I hope it happens.
Yeah, shit. Well, they got more time to practice at the Farewell to Kings. Is that one of Rush's better ones, Farewell to Kings? It's a good. Eddie, you a Rush guy at all? You ever into them?
Who, me?
Yeah. You ever into the?
Oh, I didn't hear. Yeah, I like Rush. I like Rush.
Farewell to Kings. I mean, I've always liked Cinderella Man and Closer to the Heart. Those are fucking jams. Xanadu. Farewell to the Kings is a great fucking record.
It's a good album.
That was the one. If I'm not mistaken, what was after that one? Then it was the guy on the Brain Hemispheres, and then Permanent Waves. Permanent Waves is so fucking good too, though. Jesus Christ. Man, anyway, we're on a Rush tangent now. It's okay, though. We can. There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
It's the Ramble. We want to talk about Rush. We talk about Rush all fucking
That's the
day
rules
long.
here. There are no rules.
There are no rules. That's it. We bust balls. All are welcome. That's all we have. That's it. All right. I guess it's time for reading books and playing video games. Here we go. I'm reading books. I'm playing video games. Bring your pussy over here. We're reading books and playing games.
Now, Eddie, I think I get the feeling that you didn't want to leave that groove. You wanted to kind of stay.
Oh,
in
he
that.
rode that. He rode that.
I got in there, and I was really feeling it. But I was like, you know what? Whenever I lose myself like that, there's always part of me that stays outside of it, so I know when to come out because I know some people want to get on with things. So there's that little part of me that's like that pulls me out. It's like the guy that fought in the labyrinth that left the piece of string, the yarn.
Yes.
When he went to go fight the Minotaur, I leave that little piece of yarn so I can pull myself out.
Eddie, I hate to do this. Eddie, do you mind if I talk more about stuff that makes you uncomfortable here?
You have to.
So, now, he was compensated, Cody. Don't get me wrong. Eddie, I think this might have bought you a yacht. If I'm not, I don't want to. I'm not going to tell you. Say where your money went, but so we all know the famous story. Eddie Van Halen gets called in to play guitar on Thriller. He was just stumped. Everything he tried for the solo just didn't work, and then so Quincy Jones had to literally hit the DEFCON 5 button and call Eddie, and Eddie just played that solo on the harmonica. And they said apparently Eddie Van Halen's eyes just like, I've seen the light, and then that's
That's sort of this. That's the story that's out there.
Right.
I had put Quincy Jones on a restraining order.
Oh my God, I didn't know this.
Because
Jeez.
literally every artist he had in studio,
the
moment they had trouble, he was calling me up, and I got to the point where like, fuck, Quincy, stop fucking calling me.
You have a life.
Stop.
You have a life.
I have a life. This is my work. It's not there. At least, like, find better artists.
Right.
So after he had been trying to get a hold of me, he was sending people to my door, and finally, after like the 17th time, I was like,
Yep.
Look, what? I go down there. They had this guy. Michael was there. Fucking Eddie was there, and I go. I will give you 2 minutes, and you take that 2 minutes. You do whatever you want to with that 2 minutes.
Right.
And I did that. Spit out that little riff. Something I had just winged together on the drive over there.
Right.
And they took that, and that's the guitar riff you now know in Beat It.
That solo and Beat It was you.
Yeah.
Wow. Amazing.
It was me.
Amazing. Cody, you
And
know that, did you?
That was the last time I talked to Quincy Jones.
Wow. I didn't know that either. Wow. Holy shit.
I spoke to Quincy Jones. That ended our relationship.
Wow. Well, where can you go from there, though? You know what I mean? Like, was he going to ask for a better solo? I mean, come on.
I don't know.
Yeah. Wow.
I don't. That's the last time I talked to him.
Amazing. Graham and Faye says, since my last email, sadly, the Corona Cooties have kept me from gaming this week. Stupid work ethic.
Oh,
man. I know. That's fucking awful. Jeremy Bienvenu, I'm near the end of Ready Player 2. I'm enjoying it almost as much as Ready Player 1. It's not as good. There are some parts that drag, but I think it's nearly impossible to recreate the wonderment of the first book. It comes close, though. It's still a damn fun read. I also just started the autobiography of Coach O from LSU that I got for Christmas, and I'm reading it in his voice. It makes the book that much better. Go Tigers! Oh, that's funny.
Go Tigers!
Go Tigers! Which, I don't know if you know this, but I'm playing the remake of Final Fantasy VII that Square did for the new PlayStation 4, but it works on the PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
Coach O wrote that. He wrote that game, Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, did he? I didn't know he did that.
Yeah, I was watching the credits written by Coach
O.
Coach Ed Ogeron. Yeah, that's what it said. Yeah, no idea.
No.
I
mean, he knew his fantasy.
Final Fantasy.
He knew his sci-fi fantasy. That guy just crushed.
You wouldn't think it looking at him.
You wouldn't think it looking at him, but man.
But huge sci-fi geek, Coach O.
Is he one of the top 5 people you'd pay to see do the "You fuck my wife" scene from Raging Bull?
You fuck my wife.
You fuck my wife.
You
Where'd
fuck
you
my
get the
wife.
balls big enough there?
Where you? I'm like, you fuck my wife.
I'm your brother. You asked me that. He's just doing both roles. Or the De Niro.
He does a one-man show of Goodfellas.
That's good. Of Raging Bull.
Just, like, how am I a clown to you? Am I a clown to you? How do I make you laugh? I make you laugh?
Do you love her? He's doing Karen on the bed, pointing the gun at Henry. Do you love her? Do you? Oh, in apartment 2R, Janet Ross is a whore. There's a whore in this apartment building.
On the waterfront.
I could have been somebody.
I could have been a contender.
Godfather 2. I had an abortion, Michael. I didn't want to bring another one of your children in this world.
You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall. Go Tigers. Go
Go
Tigers.
Tigers. I had an abortion, Michael. Oh, fuck. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Mama says life is like a box of chocolate.
Julia Roberts and Steel Magnolias. Just quit talking about me like I'm not here, Mama.
Go Tigers. He just ends every scene with, Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
The taxi driver scene where he's dancing with the prostitute. You know I love you more than anybody else. You know I'm the one who's always going to take care of you.
Go
Tigers.
Go Tigers. Go Tigers. He's in the G.I. Joe animated movie. Yo, Joe.
Yo, Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers. Till all, let this mark the end of the Cybertronian Wars.
Go Tigers.
Go till all one. Go Tigers. Oh, Mike. Go Joe. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Who knew? Who knew?
Who knew? Who knew? Huh? Who knew?
Go Tigers.
Man.
Go Tigers.
Go
Go
Tigers.
Tigers.
Manny Avalar says, I haven't had time to read anything new or continue to the current Great Gamer book. Not enough hours in the day, man. Idea Man. I'm reading Marvel Masterworks X-Men. I'm in the Claremont Byrne run. Claremont's writing, Byrne's art, Terry Austin's inking. Glynis Wine's coloring are still top-notch. The team really were the Beatles of the X-Men runs, and I'm still playing Cyberpunk. I've gotten all the endings, and the hidden Don't Fear the Reaper ending is fucking amazing. But this time I'm trying to 100% all the available jobs and gigs. I believe Idea Man is also known as Grady W. Smithy III. So there we go. Right now I am still playing through Final Fantasy VII, the remake, Animal Crossing, still rocking my village. Cyberpunk, still playing that. Still playing through Spider-Man Miles Morales and the Spider-Man DLC. It's all so fucking fun. Eddie, you playing anything right now?
I'm doing a lot of Fallen Order with Colton. We're taking.
How much
turns,
fun
like,
is
going
that,
through
huh?
that. I'm liking it. I'm digging on it. He just got into a fight with the second sister.
And
then she ran off after a BD9 put up a force field to protect him, and then she took off, and then now we're
Nice.
on another mission. It's pretty fun.
Oh, that's great. Cody, you playing anything, reading anything right now?
No, not at the moment. Just the Monday Night Madden is the only thing I've played this week.
Which
so.
we'll be doing that next week. There we go. All right. I guess it's top 10, 5.
Top five. Top five.
5. What we're all
It's
here
the time
for.
of the show where we rank the top 10.
Five.
You know what worked? That little thing you did right there, Eddie.
Yeah.
To me, it works for like military fanfare, type of national thing, and also military funeral.
Yeah.
Like it kind of just amazing how you've encompassed all that.
That's how you know when someone's a really good artist. That
Right.
when they put out their work, then you can interpret it how it makes you feel.
And it's interesting too, and it's not, but like to me, it's a great national anthem. To the guy
Yeah.
next to me, it's a great military march.
Right.
To the guy next to him, it's a great funeral march. It just
Right. That's the sign of great work is when
Yeah.
you can leave enough space in the work
Right.
for other people to put their emotions into it.
There it is. See, this was tough. Top 5 WandaVision theorems. How about that? Next ramble. Top 5 entertainment things, video game, book, movie, TV show you're most excited to watch in 2021.
Ooh.
How about that? Huh?
Probably all
Top-
Marvel stuff.
I think it's going to be hard to not. I know at this point, man, because Star Wars is taking a break till the end of the year anyway. So
Yeah, we're not getting
Yeah.
anything until the end. I mean, Book of Boba Fett's December, right?
December, yeah,
So
December.
that might be on the list.
So, we'll see. But Graham and Faye has briefly discussed with the resident Eddie. We're going to try to stay in a spoiler-free bubble and wait to binge all 9 episodes at the beginning of March. It'll be a challenge, but we
Oh.
managed to avoid everything for The Mandalorian, so it can be done. Graham and Faye, So 5 didn't finish, 4 didn't finish, 3 didn't finish, 2 didn't finish, 1. Okay, itty bitty little shot in the dark. The fact that the majority of casual MCU fan feedback that I've been exposed to alludes to this being layered and slow and boring, complicating and confusing and weird. This just instills more hope, eagerness for me that this will be a super deep 70s cut sci-fi mindbender, a la The Prisoner or Logan's Run. Fingers crossed. Stay safe, Ramblers. Ramble off, Graham and Faye, Winnipeg, A. Maybe, but Graham and Faye, you might want to stop listening at this point. I hate to lose you for the rest of the episode.
Yeah, we don't want to lose you, but we're going to talk about some stuff.
Jeremy Bienvenu, I wish I had some theories as to what's going on, but I have no fucking clue. Watching the trailers initially, I thought Wanda was so fucked in the head after Vision's death that she just created a reality in her mind where he's alive and is living life through old sitcoms. Probably because that's all she was able to see on TV while being held captive with her brother. But after Geraldine was thrown through whatever force field type shit that was, it looks like someone's holding Wanda captive in the town and putting her through some fucked up mental gymnastics. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I want more. Manny Avalar. Man, these are tough because they don't really have much to go on. The show is good at hiding the truth. Jarvis is still embedded inside an old TV set, and Wanda is looking for a way to extract him. Whoa! I like this theory.
Wow.
Holy shit, Manny Avalar.
So she's gone inside a TV or whatever to try to save Vision.
Yes,
to pull out what's left of Vision.
I love this. This is sort of an afterlife for Vision, and Wanda just wanted to have a honeymoon with him before actually having to let him go. Sword wants to reverse engineer the power off the Mind Stone by infusing his abilities with Wanda. I think that's all I got right now, though, because it's still confusing me.
That's
so
pretty
far.
good,
Thanks
though.
I like that. Have a great week,
fellas.
fellas. Thank you, Manuel Avalar. What a great one. Grady W. Smithy III. Honorable mention to Monica Rambeau as an agent of S.W.O.R.D., but she was wearing a pendant with the S.W.O.R.D. logo on it just before Wanda voted her off the island. I'm going to declare this one already confirmed. Number 5, the sitcom town Wanda is trapped in is inside of a cornfield. Number 4, AIM captured Wanda, but she managed to use her powers to turn the AIM base she was taken into something equal parts Pleasantville and the town in that Twilight Zone episode where Billy Mooney would send anybody who annoyed him into the cornfield. That's why my number 5 theory is on the list, by the way.
So everybody who's in there is trying to get out. That's why What's-His-Face is cutting through the wall.
Yes.
Maybe those people are trapped in there trying to get out.
Trying to get the fuck out. Wanda and number 3, Wanda and Vision's neighbors know that their lives could be ended at any moment if Wanda snaps, so they just tell her whatever she deems is a good thing, a real good thing, and hope to survive another week. Wow. Number 2, most if not all the other people in Wandaville also know this and are also playing out of fear. Remember when the doctor talked about how once you live here, you can never leave? Okay, now I have to call the town Hotel Wandafornia. And then number 1, AIM captured Wanda to try to use her to create a second generation of the Miracles, the way Strucker used the Mind Stone to turn her and Pietro into superhumans. This could be how we get the X-Men in the MCU and also explain why they're feared and hated in the way other superhumans are not. Wow!
Damn. Those are good.
Grady and Manuel dropping some heavy bomb. I did not think of Jarvis actually being in being in a screen and Wanda's trying to get him. Whew, man. Okay. My number 5.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'm just changing some of mine now just from hearing other people's.
I know. My number 5, Doctor Strange, was that little bird stork thing.
The stork.
Yes, because it survived her magic. Her magic was impervious to it, and it didn't seem like it was trying to harm anything. It seemed like it was trying to get Rambeau's attention. Monica, it seemed like it was trying to get Geraldine's attention. Like, hey, and Doctor Strange, maybe the magic is so strong that he can't manifest as himself, but he can manifest as something in there, and he's able to shrug off.
And he knew he was trying to get her to leave.
Yes.
Maybe, right?
Yeah, no, because she was out of it. Remember, she had no memory. Geraldine didn't know what was going on, and she finally had this weird snap because, oh yeah, that's right, Ultron killed your brother, right? Remember, and Geraldine was acting like something was wrong with her. So I'm wondering if Doctor Strange in that moment was able to feed her some of her memory back to kind of remind her of what her mission was. Wanda got smart to it. It was like, no, fuck out of here. You're not going to stop. You're not going to end this little world I've created. That's why I think Doctor Strange was at work. Number 5, Eddie.
Fuck, that's good. That's a good one.
Thank you.
My number 5 is, I think we talked about this earlier. I think we talked about this earlier. I think Vision is alive in there. I don't know. I don't think it's a construct of Wanda. I think he's in there. So she's absolutely in control of everything, but I don't think she's in there. And I think he is trying to figure out what's happening, and whether it is like they said, it's Jarvis's conscience is inside of a TV or a computer, or whatever, and Wanda went in to try to get him out or try to say goodbye to him. But I think he's still there somehow. That's because initially when this thing was coming out, I was like, oh, she's just created this whole world and she created Vision because she wants to be happy, and so she created this thing.
Yes.
But now it seems like Vision is actually there.
Because the first episode hints that he's under her control, but the second and the third episode, they show Vision having these moments of, wait a minute. Like, that is one of the most true signs of your theory, Eddie, is in this third episode when he sits her down and goes, Wanda, there's something very wrong with you. And then she's like, nope, rewind, not having this, not hearing this shit.
So she's mind, like everyone in there is almost under some sort of mind control.
Yeah.
Like the doctor said, you don't escape small towns, but like some of them are aware and some are not. Like Geraldine was not aware until she remembered. But it seems like the neighbor is aware of what's happening.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's why I think Doctor Strange was a stork, going back to my fifth one, because he shrugged it off and was able to make Geraldine remember. My number 4, the neighbor, Agnes. Cody, you're going to hate this because, again, it's like talking to a broken record, Cody preaching to the choir. Cody's favorite Marvel character, Agatha Harkness, the old witch who's centuries old. I know, Cody, you have a couple. How many? You have a couple of Agatha Harkness tattoos, right?
4.
4. See, I knew it. See?
More than I thought.
More than I thought.
I was thinking 2 tops.
I think the neighbor Agnes is Agatha Harkness, and I think she might be the one pulling all the strings here. And Wanda might be a prisoner of her too, because she might be the they, and what are they making you do with that voice that you hear in the radio. And when the neighbor who's trying to cut through the wall starts to talk to Vision, she cuts him off immediately. So I wonder if she might be Agatha Harkness actually in control of all this. I don't know. You're number 4, Eddie.
Wow. Damn. I'm trying to. Fuck. It's like all the theories run into each other. I don't have them separated into 5. It just. I want to think that she's giving birth, like Strucker had, like not Strucker, but AIM has her trying to create a new generation of miracles. But I think, to me, it's not. I don't know why. It'd be weird for them to bring AIM out of nowhere.
Well, they were already in Iron Man 3, weren't they?
But they were run by what's his face? Not the Mandarin, but the other guy. And you never hear of AIM again.
Yeah, but again, they could have gone, because remember, the beekeeper is the big one. So Cody, this is something that the nerds went nuts about. But remember the beekeeper that pops out in the end of episode 2? Mm-hmm. So the old joke was Jack Kirby drew the original AIM soldiers in like the 60s or 50s, whenever it was, and they look like beekeepers. So the nerds' jokes were they were those old beekeeper outfits. And so I wonder if that's what that beekeeper is a wink to. Like it's AIM, because he definitely doesn't look like he's there to help anybody. That was a very villainous shot. Now, that could be misdirection. But they tried to make him look scary and intimidating, and that's what makes me think it might be AIM, is the beekeeper thing. But, yeah, who knows? It's fucking crazy. Like, oh, man. My turn for number 3? We're already there?
Yeah.
Holy Christ. My number 3, I think something in the commercials is going to help free her. Because I think the commercials are representative of all the traumatic events Wanda has been through. So we start with Stark, who her and Quicksilver blamed for the death of their family. And then we're on 2 Hydras in a row who created her and kept her prisoner. I wonder if there's going to be some kind of liberation through the commercials. That's where it's going to end, with her using them to kind of help break free, are the commercials. Yeah. That's what I'm wondering. I don't know, because, yeah, that's it.
I think,
yeah, that's.
Yeah. I think I don't know if this is really number 3, but it's like it seems to me that her powers, she's unraveling, and she's losing control as episodes go on. Like she like in the first one when the boss is choking, she freezes for a moment before she actually tells Vision to save the boss. Yeah. And then in this last one, I know we've talked about possibly Doctor Strange being the stork, but at the same time, earlier in that episode, those butterflies all come to life. Like she has that moment where they come to life on her. Like she's losing control of the things of the world she's created. So I don't know if that stork was actually something that really came off that wall, and that's
Or
maybe
her
why
magic just losing itself.
she's losing. Yeah, that's why her magic didn't work on it, because it was her magic, and
Right.
that's
Interesting.
why she made herself pregnant and she
Yeah.
had babies in 2 seconds. Like she's slowly losing control.
My number 2, which
Yeah.
was helped reach by my buddy James, who is not the Ann James, but my buddy James Weaver. She is starting to inhibit the powers of all the stones. We're seeing her manipulate reality, mind, time now with the rewinding and all that. Just wondering if maybe she is becoming a walking infinity gauntlet. Like, that might be another reason why they're scared shitless of her, because she seems to be now, we haven't seen the Power Stone or the Tesseract yet, but maybe with her tossing Geraldine out, that might be part of the Space Stone. But I think that's, I wonder, because we've seen her manipulate reality, minds, and time so far. So I wonder if she is now inhibiting the powers of all the Infinity Stones. Which
Yeah.
then, I don't know what you do with that character, because why do you just call her in and he squashes any problem if
Right.
she gets her shit together? It's just, okay, I got it. So I don't know. You're number 2, Eddie.
My number 2 is to me, this whole thing started when I first saw WandaVision was coming out and what they were doing. I was like, oh, they're just playing off an aspect of the House of M. The whole thing where she's just out of it and she's created this entire world because she's never been
Kills
happy.
almost all the mutants.
She kills almost all the mutants, and in this MCU world, she's lost her brother. She's lost Vision. She's miserable. She's sad. So she's just sort of out of it and create this whole world. She's just trying to be happy. She's just trying to create a happy world, and I think it's sort of whatever she's doing is sort of ripping something in the fabric of time or the fabric of space. That's why we're going to get the multiverse with Doctor Strange, and maybe that's why Sword is there to try to keep it contained in that one area. That's what those shields are up for, trying to keep it localized there before it goes everywhere and just totally causes a complete, almost like convergence, like you had in Thor 2, but with the multiverse.
Right. Ooh, man, that's good. Oh God.
But I don't. It's everything is so fluid. It's so hard to lock it down to what it is.
And all these could change in next week's episode, right? Like in this upcoming episode, this week's episode, it could all change. My number 1, I don't know what else could be, but the number 1 one, which is the most obvious, I think, that it is someone like AIM using her to give birth to the X-Men, to create the miracles. I think that makes the most sense, that she's prisoner of some kind of group that is using her to make more of what she is, and to weaponize these new miracles, if you will, occur in Quicksilver.
That's similar to my number 1. It is someone has her and they're trying to extract whatever. Maybe they're not. She's not giving birth to actual miracles, but that's just a symbolism for them extracting her power out of her and trying to put it into other people. Maybe this is how they create the X-Men here, though. I would hate for them to be the way the X-Men are created.
Right.
Because the X-Men has such a
history.
past.
Yes, you want Apocalypse to be born in ancient Egypt.
Yeah, and you just don't want okay, maybe are these twins? Is this Professor X and Juggernaut? Like it doesn't.
Right.
Like how farther down the timeline do you have to go to get? So you're going to have them
X-Men
working with the Avengers.
I was a little nervous they were going to name the twins Charles and Eric. I was like, oh no, don't do that. Like, oh shit.
I would not be happy with that.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that's what it feels like. But I'm hoping it's not.
Yes, same here. But that's what it feels like. So that's why I have to put it number 1. Cody, what is your one big theory, man?
Oh, it's not a big theory. It's just something that I feel like might happen, which is it feels like they are building potentially towards something to do with Quicksilver, and we know that the multiverse is going there. So maybe Evan Peters, the X-Men Quicksilver, appears in the show as some sort of link to the multiverse.
I think you're right, because like I was telling Eddie a couple days ago, I forgot to mention this too as part, but this goes right in with Cody's theory. They're already giving you wink to Quicksilver because Vision does not have super speed. And yet in that 3rd episode, he basically uses Quicksilver's powers to go get the Doctor. Yeah. And they make him look like the way Quicksilver ran in Age of Ultron. Just little zippy shit, you know? So
and if they're setting up the multiverse and that kind of thing, it would make sense that they would reference something that they've already done.
Yeah.
But are they going to bring in other already established
Hasn't
X-Men?
already been rumored that Evan Peters is cast in the next?
It is.
Yeah.
It has been rumored that he's in a mystery role in WandaVision, but I don't know how like firm that is. But it is a rumor.
Ooh.
But are you bringing over like all the already established X-Men from the Fox
No.
category from
I
the
don't
Fox
think
library?
Hugh Jackman comes back, right?
I don't think
Unless
so
it's-
either.
I wonder
But you also would have an excuse to do a new X-Men as part of the Marvel universe, multiverse, or
you have
whatever the
Evan
fuck.
Peters from the Fox universe, and then everyone else could be from another universe that comes in. You know, that could make sense. Maybe in that universe, that Quicksilver's dead.
I wouldn't mind what's
That-
his face coming back over as Magneto.
Oh yeah, Fassbender.
Fassbender, he's
Yeah,
a good Magneto.
Yeah, he's great. Yeah, we'll see. Who knows? Yeah, this is all going to be. It's unless Evan Peters is just the door for the original Fox X-Men, most of them to come back. Yeah, this is. We're going to see. I can't wait to see what the fuck happens. There we go. Well, thank you all for tuning in. There was our Ramble. Heck of a 5 WandaVision theories. Next Ramble, top 5 entertainment properties you're most excited for in 2021. How about that, huh? What
Yeah.
would Primus open, close, and encore with? And the Beatles going to the Hall of Fame for being the Beatles. What Beatle is on their hat? There we go. Cody, let's play the music and let's get on out of here until tomorrow for Good Willow Hunting. How about that?
All right.
Man. Oof. Yeah, I don't know. The thing is, all these theories could be right? All of them could get thrown out the window this
I hope
week.
none of them are right because I want to be completely surprised.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait. This is just. I'm very happy they're doing it like this, and I'm very happy that their plans got skewed and they went ahead and opened with this with the TV shows. It was supposed to be Falcon Winter Soldier, right? That was supposed to be the opener.
Well, we were also supposed to get Black Widow, and then we were supposed to get Eternals in November.
Right.
So we would have had all that before this.
I'm so happy they're opening with this. It's so much better.
I'm
All
excited.
right, last beat, and we love you guys. Stay safe. We'll see you next week. Huh?
Go Tigers! Go Tigers! Go Tigers! Go Tigers! Go Tigers!